Namaskar, my dear farmer brothers and sisters. Today, on this fine day of October 14th, 2025, I bring you news of a great friend to our fields. For generations, we have worked hard on our land. We have seen good times and tough times. Lately, many of us are worried about the high cost of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. We worry about our soil losing its life and our crops becoming weak. But what if I told you that the solution is right here in our villages? What if the answer lies with our sacred cow, our Gaumata? This solution is a golden liquid, a true blessing for our soil and plants. It is called Panchagavya, and it holds the promise of a healthier, more prosperous farm for all of us. Panchagavya is not a new invention from a big company. It is an ancient secret from our own Indian traditions. Our ancestors knew the power that lies within the cow. They understood that everything from the cow is pure and life-giving. This knowledge has been passed down through generations, and now it is time for us to embrace it once again. By using Panchagavya, we are not just growing crops, we are honoring our culture and our connection to nature. We are choosing a path that is gentle on the earth and good for our families. This wonderful liquid can bring back the natural fertility of our land and give us strong, healthy harvests without spending a lot of money. Imagine your fields filled with lush, green crops, swaying happily in the breeze. Imagine your soil becoming soft and dark, full of life and earthworms. This is the dream of every farmer, and Panchagavya can help make it a reality. It is a complete food for our plants and a medicine for our soil. It protects our crops from diseases and pests naturally. We do not need to depend on expensive chemicals that can harm our health and the environment. Instead, we can use this simple, homemade tonic to unlock the true potential of our farms. It is a journey back to the roots of farming, a journey towards self-reliance and sustainability. In this discussion, we will explore everything about Panchagavya together. I will explain what it is in simple words. I will show you how to make it in your own backyard with things that are easily available. We will learn how to use it on our crops, in our soil, and even for our animals. This is not a difficult science. It is a simple practice that any one of us can follow. So, let us begin this journey of discovery. Let us learn how this humble mixture from our beloved cow can bring a revolution to our fields and fill our homes with abundance and well-being. Let us unlock the power of Panchagavya for a brighter farming future. So, what exactly is this magical liquid, Panchagavya? The name itself gives us a clue. In our ancient language, Sanskrit, Pancha means five, and Gavya means substances obtained from the cow. So, Panchagavya is a special mixture made from 5 sacred products given to us by our Gaumata. These are not just any materials. Each one is full of life and has its own special properties. Together, they create a powerful tonic that works wonders. The 5 ingredients are cow dung, cow urine, milk, curd, yogurt, and ghee, which is clarified butter. These are things we see and use in our homes every day. It is amazing to think how these simple things can transform our farming. Let's talk about each ingredient. First, we have fresh cow dung, or gobar. It must be from our local Indian breed of cows, as their dung is considered the most beneficial. Cow dung is not waste. It is a treasure house of millions of helpful microbes. These tiny living beings are the farmer's best friends. They help break down organic matter in the soil and make nutrients available to the plants. Next is cow urine, or gomutra. It is a rich source of nitrogen, which plants need to grow green and strong. It also has properties that keep harmful insects and diseases away from our crops, acting as a natural pesticide and fungicide for our fields. The third ingredient is milk from our Desi cow. Milk is a complete food, not just for us, but for plants too. It provides proteins, carbohydrates, and fats that nourish the plant and the beneficial microbes in the Panchagavya mixture. It helps the leaves grow shiny and healthy. The fourth ingredient is curd, or dahi. Curd is made by fermenting milk, and it is full of helpful lactobacillus bacteria. These bacteria are very important for the fermentation process of Panchagavya. They help break down the complex materials in the mixture, making it easier for the plants to absorb the nutrients. They also help fight against harmful fungi in the soil. Finally, the fifth ingredient is ghee, or clarified butter. Ghee is a source of energy and vitamins. When added to the Panchagavya mixture, it acts as a food source for the microbes, helping them multiply rapidly. This increases the power of the final liquid. It also helps the mixture stick to the leaves when we spray it on the plants. Along with these 5 main ingredients, we also add a few other things like jaggery, ripe bananas, tender coconut water, and water. These additions act as food for the microbes and speed up the fermentation process, making our Panchagavya even more potent and effective for our farm. Now, my farmer friends, let us learn the simple steps to prepare this amazing tonic ourselves. You do not need any fancy equipment, just a large plastic drum or a mud pot with a wide mouth. It is very important not to use a metal container, as the mixture can react with the metal and spoil. The container should be big enough, perhaps 100 liters, so there is enough space for the ingredients to ferment properly. Make sure you keep the container in a shady place, away from direct sunlight and rain. A cool, dry spot under a tree or in a shed is perfect for this process. This will ensure the tiny microbes can do their work without any disturbance. The preparation is done in 2 stages. On the first day, we begin the process. You will need 5 kilograms of fresh cow dung and 1 liter of cow ghee. It is best to use dung from a healthy, local cow that has been grazing freely. In your clean plastic drum or mud pot, mix the cow dung and ghee together thoroughly. Use your hands to mix them well, as if you are kneading dough for rotis. This mixing is very important. Once it is mixed well, cover the mouth of the container with a thin cotton cloth. This allows gases to escape but keeps flies and dirt out. Let this mixture sit for 3 days and remember to stir it well once in the morning and once in the evening. On the 4th day, we add the remaining ingredients. To the mixture in the drum, you will now add 3 liters of cow urine and 10 liters of water. Stir this mixture very well for about 10 to 15 minutes. After stirring, cover the container again with the cloth. From this day onwards, you must continue to stir the mixture twice every day, once in the morning and once in the evening. This daily stirring is crucial. It provides oxygen to the beneficial microbes and ensures that all the ingredients are mixed evenly. You must continue this process for the next 15 days without fail. Consistency is the key to making good quality Panchagavya. After a total of about 18 to 20 days, your Panchagavya will be ready. You will know it is ready by its smell. It will have a sweet, fermented aroma, a bit like ripe fruits or jaggery, with no bad odor. The color will be a yellowish brown. At this stage, you can add 2 liters of cow milk, 2 liters of curd, 3 liters of tender coconut water, 1 kilogram of jaggery, and 12 ripe bananas mashed into a pulp. Stir everything together very well. Let this final mixture ferment for another 7 days, stirring it daily. After these 7 days, your powerful, nutrient-rich Panchagavya is ready to be filtered through a cloth and used on your farm. You might be wondering, how does this simple liquid do so many good things for our crops? The secret of Panchagavya lies in the millions and millions of tiny living organisms, or microbes, that it contains. When we make Panchagavya, we are essentially creating a perfect home for these beneficial microbes to grow and multiply. The cow dung provides the initial stock of microbes, and the other ingredients like jaggery, milk, and bananas provide them with food. The daily stirring gives them the air they need to breathe. So, when we use Panchagavya, we are not just adding nutrients. We are adding a living army of microscopic workers to our soil and plants. These microbes are the real heroes of our farm. When we apply Panchagavya to the soil, these microbes get to work immediately. They start breaking down the organic matter in the soil, like dried leaves and roots, into simple nutrients. This process is called decomposition. The nutrients released are in a form that the plant roots can easily absorb. It is like having tiny chefs in the soil, cooking food for our plants all day long. This makes the soil very fertile and alive. Chemical fertilizers, on the other hand, can kill these helpful microbes, making the soil hard and lifeless over time. Panchagavya does the exact opposite. It brings the soil back to life. Panchagavya also acts as a growth promoter for plants. It contains natural growth hormones like auxins and gibberellins, which are present in the cow urine and are enhanced during fermentation. When we spray Panchagavya on the leaves of our plants, these hormones are absorbed directly. This encourages the plant to grow stronger and faster. You will notice that the leaves become bigger, greener, and shinier. The plants will develop more branches and produce more flowers and fruits. It also strengthens the plant's immune system, making it more resistant to attacks from pests and diseases. A healthy plant can defend itself better, just like a healthy person. Furthermore, Panchagavya helps improve the structure of the soil. The microbes and the organic acids produced during fermentation help to bind soil particles together. This makes the soil more porous and airy, which is very good for the plant roots. It also improves the soil's ability to hold water. This means you will not have to irrigate your fields as often, saving precious water, especially in dry areas. The presence of earthworms also increases in soil treated with Panchagavya. Earthworms are a sign of healthy soil. They create tunnels that aerate the soil, and their castings are a very rich fertilizer for the plants. Now that our Panchagavya is ready, let us learn the correct ways to use it to get the best results. One of the most common and effective ways is as a foliar spray. This means spraying the diluted liquid directly onto the leaves of the plants. For this, you need to mix 3 liters of Panchagavya in every 100 liters of water. This gives you a 3% solution. You can spray this on all your crops, whether they are vegetables, grains, fruits, or flowers. It is best to spray in the morning or evening when the sun is not too strong. This helps the leaves absorb the nutrients properly. Regular spraying, perhaps once every 15 days, will protect your plants and boost their growth significantly. Another very important use is soil application. Applying Panchagavya to the soil enriches it with microbes and nutrients, improving its health for the long term. You can mix about 20 liters of Panchagavya per acre with irrigation water. The easiest way to do this is to let it drip slowly into the irrigation channel using a simple drip system made with a drum and a small tap. This ensures that the tonic spreads evenly across the entire field and reaches the root zone of every plant. Doing this a couple of times during the crop cycle will make your soil soft, fertile, and full of life. It helps the soil hold more water and makes it a better home for plant roots. Panchagavya is also excellent for seed treatment. Treating your seeds before sowing can give them a healthy start in life. It protects the seeds from soil-borne diseases and helps them germinate faster and more uniformly. To treat seeds, you can prepare a 3% solution by mixing 30 milliliters of Panchagavya in 1 liter of water. Soak the seeds in this solution for about 20 to 30 minutes. After soaking, take the seeds out and let them dry in the shade for a little while before you sow them in the field. This simple step can make a big difference in the health and strength of your crop right from the very beginning of its life cycle. Beyond plants, Panchagavya is also a wonderful health tonic for our farm animals. It can be given to cows, buffaloes, goats, and even poultry. It improves their digestion, boosts their immunity, and can help increase milk production in cows. For adult cattle, you can mix about 50 to 100 milliliters of Panchagavya in their drinking water or feed them daily. For calves, goats, or sheep, a smaller dose of 20 to 30 milliliters is sufficient. For poultry, you can mix about 1 milliliter per liter of their drinking water. Regular use can make your animals healthier and more productive, adding to the overall prosperity of your farm. It is a natural and cost-effective way to care for our livestock. Proper storage is very important to maintain the quality of your Panchagavya. Once it is ready, you should store it in a cool, dark place. Earthen pots or plastic drums are the best containers for storage. Always remember to keep the container covered with a cloth or a loose lid. This is to allow the gases produced by the living microbes to escape. If you seal the container tightly, the gas pressure can build up and the container might burst. Your prepared Panchagavya can be stored and used for up to 6 months. However, it is a good practice to keep stirring it once a week to keep the microbes active and the mixture uniform. You will be happy to know that the positive results of using Panchagavya become visible quite quickly. Within about 15 to 20 days of the first spray, you will start to see changes in your plants. The leaves will appear greener, broader, and healthier. The plants will show vigorous growth with more side shoots. You will also notice an increase in flowering. Over time, this will lead to a higher number of fruits, which are often larger, shinier, and tastier. For example, in vegetable crops, you can expect an earlier harvest and a yield increase of 15% or more. The shelf life of the harvested produce also improves, meaning they stay fresh for longer. The changes in the soil might take a little longer to become obvious, but they are the most important benefits. After a few months of regular application, you will notice your soil becoming softer and darker in color. It will be easier to plow. You will also see a visible increase in the population of earthworms, which are the best indicators of healthy soil. The soil's ability to retain moisture will improve, reducing your dependence on irrigation. These long-term improvements in soil health are the true foundation of sustainable and profitable farming. A healthy soil will continue to give you good harvests year after year, without the need for chemical inputs. By choosing Panchagavya, you are choosing a path of prosperity that is in harmony with nature. You are reducing your expenses on costly chemicals, which helps your family's finances. You are also protecting your own health and the health of those who eat your food by avoiding harmful pesticide residues. Organic farming with methods like Panchagavya is not just about growing crops. It is about building a healthy ecosystem on your farm. It is about creating healthy soil, growing healthy plants, raising healthy animals, and ensuring a healthy life for ourselves and future generations. I encourage all my farmer brothers and sisters to try this simple, powerful gift from our Gaumata and witness the transformation on your farm. Jai Kisan.